Going on, Sooner Nation? Just finished watching the game a couple hours ago, Oklahoma and UCF. Final score 31-29 Oklahoma. Um, Initial thoughts are offense looks a little sluggish. To start, Tawi Walker not being in the game was noticeable, with Gavin Sawchuk having the jitters in the early part of the game with the fumble and the drop pass. Defense looked really good at the beginning of the game. An unfortunate, unsportsmanlike conduct gave them another chance, and they did score right there. It was supposed to be a blowout game, so I'm not too happy about the outcome. I know a win's a win, but we are allowed to critique what we see on the field, and I do feel like the offense starts a little slow. I think not having Andrew Anthony was noticeable. Nick Anderson played really well in his wake, but I think Andrew does have that pop to take off the top of the defense, and I thought we were going to see some Brennan Thompson to use his speed to get over the top, but we did not really see any of him. But Nick Anderson did fill in really well. Drake Stoops played really well. He did have the one drop that bounced up and turned into a Dylan Gabriel interception. And speaking of Dylan Gabriel, he threw for over 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception on the before-mentioned tipped ball by Drake Stoops. So yeah, I am pleased with what I saw from Nick Anderson, pleased from what I saw from Drake Stoops and Dylan Gabriel. Gavin Sawchuk really did get it going in the fourth quarter. I liked what I saw, some speed from him that we haven't really seen from the running back room this year. I still do think once Tawi comes back from this in-house suspension for one game, that he is the lead back. He's been running tough all year. He doesn't give you the huge chunk plays, but he's always falling forward. He's hard to bring down. He's a great pass catcher, which is a very reliable and needed thing in today's college game. So, yeah, and then as far as the offensive line, I thought we looked really shaky. No McCade Matauer. I thought Caleb Schaefer did not play his best game. A clear busted run block where he let someone come through and we got stopped. Like, I don't know how he let the guy go right past him. I don't know what the call was, but it's like he didn't even try to go for it, man. He just walked past him and blocked nobody. It was super strange. And then we did see some Savion Bird, and when he came in, it's such a weird thing with him because he's so talented and he's such a good run blocker. When he came in, we did get some good runs in the fourth quarter. So maybe it's going to be a Savion Bird and Caden Green show moving forward until McCade can come back, and then we'll reshuffle and figure it out. But the offensive line was just okay today. Defensively, I thought Danny and Jaron played really well besides the unsportsmanlike by Jaron. Deshaun McCullough continues to play really well. Peyton Bowen with a huge sack. Looked like a heat-seeking missile unblocked off the edge. Really good sack right there. 2 big busts. I don't know what Woody was thinking on trying to break under the quarterback. Like, I would rather him get a 7 or 8 yard run all day than him throwing a 60, 75 yard ball, whatever that was, for a touchdown, where their guy's blowing a kiss to our sideline and doesn't get the call until after the play. Super crazy. But guys, last year, let's be honest, last year this is a loss. This is a loss for Oklahoma last year, and this team 129 just finds a way to win. Not how we wanted it, not how anyone wanted it, but we find a way to win. And we're on to next week against a very tough Kansas team that just blew this UCF team out last week. I think we're going to have a pretty big challenge next week in Lawrence, Kansas, whether it's Jaden Daniels or Jason Bean at quarterback for them. Yeah, the Brent Venables stigma is that it's hard for his defense to stop a mobile quarterback, and I think that's true for any defense. A quarterback that can throw and run makes it very difficult to hone in on one thing. So that's why I felt good about Quinn Ewers a few weeks ago. Like, he's a little bit mobile, but he's mainly a pocket guy. And I knew Rice Plumlee, if healthy, can give us trouble, and he did. Their receivers looked a little bit ahead of our corners today. Didn't see too great of a game from Gentry Williams or Woody. I thought Billy Bowman played pretty well, and Key Lawrence played pretty well. Defensive end-wise, good to see more R. Mason Thomas. He looked pretty good. Trace Ford continues to take steps, and Ethan Downs also looks like one of the best DNs in the Big 12. Interior-wise, Isaiah Coe played really well. Jonah Lualu continues to play really smart ball as he continues to get more used to the defensive line or defensive tackle position. Dejon Terry impresses me more and more every game. Kicking game is an issue. Zach Schmidt, I don't want to rely on him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think if we're in plus territory and it's 4th and manageable, I think we should go for it. I think it should be 4 down territory. I'd like to keep the ball in Dylan Gabriel's hands rather than rely on Zach Schmidt's foot. Hopefully he can get a little bit better at it, but right now I just do not see it, and I hope that we can keep Dylan Gabriel under center and fourth down in plus territory. Punting, we looked a lot better today. Punting was good, and then punt returning, Gavin Freeman looked really good. Receiver-wise, besides what I mentioned earlier, I thought Jalil Farouk looked a little different today. Against Texas, he was running hard and fast. Today, he looked a little more hesitant and slower. I don't know why it is like that. Like some games he can pop, and then some it's like you got to get up for every game, not just the big games, you know? So I would like to see him be more consistent and take that wide receiver one role from Andrew Anthony being down. I will be making a Kansas preview later in the week. Sorry I haven't posted in about a week and a half. We did have a bye week and life's been super busy, but I am back for good. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Any of the subscribers I picked up over the last week and a half, I appreciate you. If you could like and subscribe, thank you so much, and always Boomer Sooner.